Every now and then I feel the urge to speak to the twin flames who are just embarking on this journey or are pretty much in that obsession stage still, because I like to share the things that I wish someone had told me. The problem is that you can find all sorts of things about twin flames, but there really is no manual, and you don't know who you can trust and who you can't trust. This has become a big money maker for a lot of people, and what you are told is not necessarily the truth. As with anything, take what resonates. Don't worry about what doesn't speak to you. The first thing I want to say is, if you're asking people all the time, is so and so my twin flame? Chances are that person is not. Because when it is, you're going to know it deep in your soul. There might be times when things get a little hairy with all the triggering that you're like, oh, surely this isn't my twin flame. You just want to make it all go away sometimes. But if you are asking, it's probably not. Don't rely on someone else telling you that you have one or that so and so is, because you will know. Just trust your heart. Now, that magnetic pull you hear about, it is something like you've never experienced, but the catch is you can have that same magnetic pull with a karmic person from a past life. You have to be pulled together so you can learn your lessons and heal the karma. And you also can have karma with your twin flame, by the way. So it's not necessarily the tell that this is a twin flame. It could be a karmic relationship. To my understanding, the twin flame is likely to go silent while the karmic is never going to shut up. I mean, the karmic relationship is going to be one that's always in your face. So if it's your twin flame, it might start out where you have stars in your eyes and you think, oh, this is going to be such a wonderful romance. And then the triggers start. If you haven't figured it out by now, you need to know this is not about romance. This is about being triggered so that you recognize things you have not yet addressed as to healing them. Things like abandonment, rejection, lack of self-worth or self-love. This is about you healing these things, your twin healing these things, and most of that is going to be in separation. You're going to long for them. No matter how many years go by, you're going to long for them. But the separation is important because you both need to build your character, your strength, your courage. You're going to have a mission where you have to employ all those things. You're going to have haters, and you need to be able to stand up to them. You'll have to learn to quit people pleasing, to speak your truth. And it starts with loving yourself. So if you're not there, let that be your first project. You're going to have to learn to trust your own intuition. And boy, when you're still in those early stages of separation, you want to know what the hell is going on with your twin. You're going to be doing readings all the time. You're going to be trusting every reader that tells you this or that until you realize Spirit's just throwing one conflicting reading after another in your way so that you can't rely on anything except your own intuition. And you're also going to have to learn to tone down your reactivity. You're going to be learning to be more in balance. Sorry, that's a mic. It looked kind of odd. I guess I should explain. You're going to have to feel things, but not go ballistic or let your emotions take over with no logic at all. Like for those triggers, you might be saying, oh, I'm supposed to be learning unconditional love. That means I just allow everything, right? No, you have to have self-respect, and you have to know that you can unconditionally love your person, but you don't unconditionally accept all the behaviors if they are not serving you. There's just all sorts of things that are so different than how we've gone through life, because we've been going through our life unhealed and not even aware of what we needed to heal. The twin is here to help us recognize those things. So we want to be grateful. I know you're going to have times where you're like, that bastard, that bitch, why did I ever meet them? I wish I could go back and start before they came into my life, because I was much happier then. Well, you were happy in your ignorance of not being healed, maybe. But if you really are honest with yourself, you probably can't say that you were happy, truly, unless it's just that ignorance is bliss stuff. Now that unconditional love stuff. It is said that we can't unconditionally love someone else until we can unconditionally love ourselves. And for most of us who have put others ahead of ourselves our entire lives, we're thinking, oh, nah, who me? I don't need love except from external sources. No, you're going to have to do the work and learn to love yourself, because once you do that, then you're going to see your value. You're going to know that the things you've been allowing in your life were not up to par, I guess one could say. You were accepting things that were settling. When you learn to love yourself, you won't settle anymore, and you'll know how valuable you are. Despite those huge differences, by the way, so you probably have noticed if you have a twin flame that there are some mighty big differences. Could be huge age differences, like with my situation. Could be religion, culture. There's a list of like 20 things that could be different between you, but it's for a purpose. First, you have to get over your hang-ups about those things. And then when you come together, if that is part of the plan for this life, and it's not a guarantee, by the way, you're going to have to show the world that despite those differences, love is love. And I probably should have started with this, but I guess we could end with it. You're going to go through times when you think you're absolutely crazy, because even though you may not have spent that much time with your person before you went into separation, and even though you are separated now, you love them more and more. You don't even know why, but it is so strong. Well, it's soul recognition, of course. But like in my case, I've never even been alone with my twin flame. There are always people around. I haven't held his hand, I haven't kissed him, and yet I love this soul beyond description. And yes, still that seems crazy to me at times. But if I let myself get into that sweet spot where I'm just listening to my heart, I know it's not craziness, it's love. And that is love whether he will ever be in my life again or not. It is about you loving yourself beyond what you ever thought you could. This is about you doing a lot of hard work. And it's my belief that twin flames are very old souls with a lot of experience, a lot of lives behind them. You've reached a point that you were deemed to be a good choice for this job. So don't give up on yourself. You have what it takes to get through all of this. And then you have something very important to do in this world. It's all about love. It's not about other people approving. When you get to love, it's not about approval at all, is it? It's just something you feel. All right, hopefully that was useful. Bye.